Hello and welcome to JLM University. My name is Paul and today I'm going to show you how to change a coil cable on a power pole move PV. Please check the description below for a list of recommended tools. Before doing any work on your power pole move PV, be sure to turn off the power and beware of pinch points. Now we're going to use our Phillips screwdriver to remove the two Phillips pan head screws on either side of the upper shroud assembly along with lock washers. Now that the screws have been removed, we're going to simply raise the upper shroud assembly. Now we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the 7 brass screws underneath the navigation head. Now that the brass screws have been removed, we're going to remove the navigation head by simply pulling straight out on it and disconnecting the white power lead connector. Now we're going to remove the last 4 brass screws that hold the coil mold over retainer on. Okay, now that the 4 brass screws have been removed, we're going to remove the coil cable mold over retainer. Now we're going to remove the coil cable from the base of the nav head by simply pulling straight out on it. Now it's time to remove our coil cable. To do this, you'll need to remove the water shield clips by hand. Now lift your water shield up and away. Now remove the 2 screws that attach the coil cable to the baseboard. Now it's time to remove your coil cable from the baseboard. And then add dielectric grease to the top of terminals. And follow that up with your coil cable. Add dielectric grease to the tops of the terminals. And tighten your screws. Be sure to use your torque wrench and tighten to the specific torque specifications found in your instructions provided. It's now time to install the water shield. Be sure that the cavities on the back side are filled with dielectric grease. Push the water shield into position and make sure the antenna is under the water shield. And attach your water shield clip. Before inserting the coil cable, be sure that the vent tube aligns the groove in the coil cable. Now we want to feed the white connector through the mold over retainer. Now that the mold over retainer is into position, we want to install our 4 brass screws. It's now time to install your navigation head. Be sure you plug your white connector in and you should hear a click. Now place the white connector into its holder. Now it's time to finish installing the navigation head. We'll do this by tucking the wires into the groove of the connector holder. It's important that these wires are routed correctly so they do not get pinched. Now insert your 7 brass screws and tighten them. Now it's time to deploy the power pole move PV. And the last thing we need to do is to install the 2 screws on either side of the upper shroud. And that is how you change out a coil cable on a power pole move PV. Thank you for watching.